Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 benefits of intermittent fasting, so let's get started. What is intermittent fasting? A normal fast is a one-off event where you go for a period of time without eating food, perhaps say 24 or 48 hours, and then you go back to your normal daily eating habits. Whereas intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you go through cycles of eating and fasting. There are 3 main cycles that people go for, and these are: number 1, the 5-2 protocol, where eating occurs for 5 days of the week and fasting takes place for the remaining 2 days. Number 2, alternate days, where you eat for 1 day, fast the next, and then repeat that cycle. And number 3, time restricted. This is where you eat during a set time window, such as say for 8 hours, and then you fast for the remaining 16 hours of the day. This practice has gained a lot of popularity recently, so let's explore why. Benefit number 1, anti-aging effects. Who wants to get old? Nobody, right? Which is why it's so good that intermittent fasting fights against the effects of aging. The DNA inside your body plays a huge role in aging, and certain things in life can negatively affect your DNA, such as radiation, like the UV radiation that we absorb from the sun. Research shows that not only does intermittent fasting protect our DNA, but it also helps DNA to repair faster. Oxidative stress. What a horrible sounding term, and it turns out that this is pretty horrible. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've fully grasped what this phenomenon is, but the definition of oxidative stress is an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants inside your body. Look, it's not vital that you understand the complex inner workings of this, but it is important that you understand that this stress damages cells, proteins and DNA inside your body, and all of these contribute to aging. So, jump on the intermittent fasting bandwagon if you want your body and your mind to be young and healthy. Number 2, autophagy. Have you heard of this word? If you have, then honestly, you're way too smart to be watching this video of mine, but please stick around if you fancy. This word was coined by a Belgian biochemist by the name of Christian de Duve in 1963, but since then, our understanding of this phenomenon has grown much better, and in 2016, a Japanese biologist by the name of Yoshinori Osumi actually won a Nobel Prize for his work on this subject. The word itself sounds quite fancy, but let's break it down. Auto is the Greek word for self, and phage is also a Greek word, which means to devour. So, autophagy kind of means to devour oneself, which is really odd, but the fundamental idea is that by fasting, your body resorts to destroying and recycling the damaged parts of its cells and proteins. This then creates space for new, healthy versions to take their place. If we were to go back in time and look at our ancestors, they wouldn't have the same eating habits as us modern humans, right? They would have naturally gone through periods of fasting as they didn't have cupboards and fridges to raid 24/7. So, in today's world, intermittent fasting is a great way to benefit from this cellular housekeeping to keep our bodies in tip-top shape. Number 3, weight loss. Unless you power eat during the windows of time where you can consume food, you're likely to reduce your calorie intake, which will naturally lead to weight loss. Nowadays, food is abundant and accessible, so we often forget to regulate our needs. How often do you actually eat because you're hungry? Compare this to how often you eat or snack just because you're bored or you're craving something. When I first started intermittent fasting, I would eat during the 8-hour window between midday and 8 PM, and it was really tough at first making it to lunchtime without eating any food because my body had become so used to breakfast daily for over 20 years, right? But what's amazing about the human body is how quickly it adapts to change. Before too long, my body grew accustomed to having no food until midday, and my overall discipline with food became so much stronger. For example, if I was at an airport and the only eating options were unhealthy fast food restaurants, my body would be pretty chill with the idea of patiently waiting until I was somewhere that I could get a decent feed. Whereas, when our bodies aren't used to experiencing periods of even just slight hunger, we'll eat whatever is put in front of us because we are so deeply set into the routine of eating non-stop throughout the day. So, intermittent fasting helps people to become more attuned to what their body needs, and it provides a solid foundation to build healthy eating habits upon. And all of this will help you if you're trying to lose a pound or two. Benefit number 4, reduces inflammation. Inflammation is a necessary process that our body undergoes in order to fight infections, but too much inflammation is harmful to us, and unfortunately, eating too much and too often causes excessive inflammation. Intermittent fasting reduces inflammation in the body, which has so many great knock-on effects. Conditions that are associated with inflammation are improved when the inflammation goes down. This includes arthritis, asthma, and even irritable bowel syndrome. And last but not least, number 5, fight against diseases. If all of the above hasn't convinced you to give intermittent fasting a go yet, hopefully this one might. This eating pattern helps to fight against diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. Like, think about that for just a second. You can literally reduce the likelihood of having to live with these types of diseases just by shortening the window of time that you put food into your face. These diseases not only affect your well-being, but they can also shorten your life expectancy, which is even more reason to keep them at bay. All of the benefits of intermittent fasting that we've discussed in this video are somewhat interconnected, and the culmination of all these benefits is that you're in a much better position to have a healthier, happier life. So, give intermittent fasting a go and let me know how you get on. And that's all from me, guys. I hope you found that helpful. If you want to support the channel, please drop a like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.